Well, this is critical. Yesterday there was an announcement that another aid package of 250 million dollars is coming, but this is only to cover the very critical, crucial needs in ammunition, because Ukrainian army lacks this ammunition on the front lines. And every such aid package, it allows to save the lives of Ukrainian soldiers on the front lines. And this is critical because Ukraine has much less manpower than Russia does. And every soldier and every Ukrainian fighter is precious for our country. And this is why we are asking for more help, not just to continue fighting, but just to save not lives as well as civilians and also the military who can continue fighting, because without that aid it will not be possible for them. They will not be able to continue resisting Russian offensive, because Russia is now attacking in multiple directions and attacking very harshly.
Yes, absolutely, Maria. So obviously the Senate has blocked more aid earlier this month. So is there nervousness in Ukraine that the money might run out?
Well, Ukrainians are really hopeful that after Christmas this aid will come, because otherwise it will mean a disaster, and disaster not only for Ukraine but also for countries in Europe, because as we are continuously saying, Russia's goal is not only Ukraine. Putin wants to restore the empire, and he will not stop. He will go for other countries. So this aid is a possibility to stop Putin here and fight with Russia here before the war continues in European, in NATO countries, and NATO has to be completely, fully involved in the war.
So Russia, as you talked about Russia's ambitions, presumably Russia's going to be happy to see these cracks in Western support and the blocking of funding. How do you think Russia themselves are faring right now in their offensive?
Well, of course they're happy, because it was their tactics from the very beginning to use this time, and they understand that in the democratic societies where we have election cycles, time plays on Russian side, and this was from the very beginning what Putin wanted. And it means that now they are victoriously attacking and continuing their offensive, thinking and actually conveying this message to the Russian audience and population inside Russia that Ukraine is not getting help from West, and this is the momentum for Russia to take more territories and to continue offensive. What helps Ukraine here very much is the supplies of long-range missiles, also British missiles, which allows us to hit Russian ammunition depots, hit Russian Black Sea Fleet, and this also boosts a lot Ukrainian morale. But we need more weapons just to continue fighting generally on the front lines.
Now, in February, Maria, it'll be 2 years of this war. What's the mood like in Ukraine on the ground right now?
Well, it's very much different from a year ago, because back then everyone was hoping that the war might end soon. And now there is an understanding that this is going to be a long war, and we don't know if it will end in 2024. And this is always much harder to run a long run than a short distance. So people are preparing, people are exhausted because of the war, but also they understand that this is what we have to do. There is no other choice. We have to adapt, and we have to continue going, because Russia's goal is to completely destroy Ukraine. And this is a question of survival for many people, for the whole nation. And we only have to continue fighting, because otherwise Russia will crush us.
I mean, as you've just said, Maria, and as Ruth Peace said, people do seem to be digging in. But is there any hint or any sniff of breaking the stalemate in any way? Is there any basis for peace talks or a truce? Or is this just going to be a long, long conflict now?
Well, for now, for this winter months, it looks like this will last. The game changer will, of course, be the supply of F-16 fighter jets, because they will allow to hit more weaponry bases and ammunition depots, and cut Russian supply lines, and they will also help to defend Ukrainian skies. So this will be a game changer. So everyone is waiting for this. But in a larger perspective, the war will continue. There is no foreseeable future where we would be able to say that any or Russia or Ukraine has made a major push. No, this will not be possible. So it will be going in the more or less the same path as we see it now.